good people at Kia, and following our lunch, we'll have a presentation by the Executive Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Mr. Michael Sprague, who made the trip out from California. So nice to have Michael with us today. Just to talk a little bit of business for a few minutes. 2014 was, I think, by far our biggest, most successful year yet. We had spectacular attendance at every event. We had ongoing and growing enthusiasm from so many members, which is really heartwarming to me. I love to see that more people are taking an active part in the growth of SAMA, and it's an organization that I am really, really proud to be a part of. Paula Borden, of course, put together that incredibly successful topless in Miami and did a lot of research in the local topless bars, making sure that he knew all about it. With the help of the fellows at Prestige, it was a memorable, wonderful, spectacular event. And I got a little bit involved in it. I had no idea there was so much work involved in that, but it's quite incredible, and hats off to Paul and the Prestige people for pulling it off so well. Our website, for those of you that have been on lately, the job that Pepe Forte doing is just astonishing, absolutely amazing. And today I brought it up with Paul. I actually got an email from a PR Newswire service who asked if they can start showing stuff on our website. So there's a tribute on how good it's becoming, where we're now getting inquiries that others want to take advantage of how beautiful this site is. And I think we're going to tell them, no, this is ours. You go find your own. But we'll see what happens on that. Homestead Air Force Base, the show down there, again, a great day, even though it was rainy and reminiscent of the 1983 monsoon at the Miami Grand Prix. The men and women at the base, they didn't care. They come out and they enjoyed it. And so many people, so many members and so many friends came down and brought incredible cars. Not the least of which was the Dodge Challenger Hellcat that Lisa Barrow sent down to race the F-16. It lost, but it was still a lot of fun. The F-16 demonstration was just remarkable. Rides and Smiles, our biggest event ever. We had 151 children from 3 hospitals and just over 90 wounded warriors. So the growth of that, it is really, really heartwarming to me. It just, that has become such a special day. In fact, well, while I'm talking about that, I want to show you something. That we have a lot of members who make this day happen. I tend to be a focal point on it, but we all know that this is very much a team effort. And I'm just putting out feelers and getting things done, but so many people in our organization make this important. This was something we received from, I don't know if you can see it, maybe backlit, from Miami Children's Hospital. And it's just so cute. This is the kind of thing that makes the day all worthwhile. And you know, they just say, Mr. Adam, on behalf of MCH, patients and families, thank you for the rides and smiles, the childlike team. This is to everybody. I'm going to give this to the Prestige fellows. They can put it up in their office because there's no sense having this hidden away. So maybe people that come up to visit you and have drinks with you, Tony, like me, get to look at it again.
Copy it, Bill, and put it on the Facebook.
We should do that. That's a good idea. I'm also going to read a brief note that I received from a mother of 2 of the children, both of whom have cancer. And I'm just going to read part of this card because this just brings it right back to your heart. Mr. Bill Adam, this card is too small to express how grateful we are to have shared in this amazing event experience. The name Rides and Smiles says it all. The smiles on my boys' faces were priceless, and as a mom, that's all I could ever wish for my child. Happiness. Thank you for making that happen in such an extraordinary way. To this day, my boys don't stop talking about specifically the one who struggles to be connected. We're constantly looking at pictures, videos, recapturing the thrill. Thanks for sacrificing your free time to give back to these children, the families, and our veterans. It was a day filled with so much joy and beautiful memories. We will never forget it. This is to everybody. it's addressed to me, but this goes to everybody who made it happen. And I mean, we have so many people from Ariel and the good people at Hyundai who once again stepped up to put on lunches for the wounded warriors, to the manufacturers who send down this unbelievable array of cars. I mean, my God, what a bunch of cars we got. To all of our people that come out just to give for the day. It's a feeling in the heart. If you haven't done it in the past, if you don't contribute something for the day, please come and do it, because the warm feeling that you will get will greatly offset whatever other sacrifice you might make to be there. It's a very, very special event, and I can't encourage you enough to not only come out for the day, but if you think of ideas, anything, do something about the idea. Don't just tell me, like, I'm happy to help in any way I can, but if you can do it yourself, if you can make an idea come to fruition, come to reality, it's that much better. Okay, enough of my rambling here on about this. This is just my way of thanking you all for that. Let's turn briefly for 2015. Paul Borden, do you want to say a word or two about Topless this year? And your research in the various bars?
I get a lot of help from that. Well, something that we are going to investigate for a couple of reasons. If any, last year we did make some changes in the procedures on how we went about judging the cars. We assigned a certain number of cars so you didn't have to drive 19, 20 cars all in one day. I hope that worked out. We think it did, but if anybody has any other suggestions, complaints, or whatever, please let me know and hurry up about it. That's about it. Thanks.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much. Great to be here. Happy New Year to everybody. It's great to see a great turnout again, so thanks for participating. We're going to start with important news. The SAMA taxes have been completed, so we're good. In terms of the Treasury, we're starting with $1,750 in the bank, and money has started to trickle in. So I know some of you have given me a check today, so thank you very much. Please don't forget to send me the dues. If you have any questions, please visit our site, and it shows you the information. Just as a reminder, for an individual, it's going to be $100, and if you want to do corporate, which allows 2, 3, or 4 from your publication, then it will be $200. So please, if you can take care of that, we'd really appreciate it. Another note, we do have some new SAMA members. We have Mr. Pablo Crocetti of Grinta Publishing. He is not here, but he's a new member. We have Kelly Boyd of the Homestead Miami Speedway as a new member. We have Jim Walmsley of Carousel 69 and Vanidades.com. And then we have Whitney Gonzalez of bcarchick.com out of Orlando. So thank you very much. I'll pass it on to our president.
Thank you, Marcelo.
Constructed, and those that were built were all black because they weren't selling them. And it's phenomenal to see how this economy has come back. So I'm excited to see that. And I also love the view too. So we are here to talk about the all-new Sorrento. But before I get into that, that's me. I want to talk a little bit about our success story. Back in 2014, we celebrated our 20th anniversary. And we've come a long way in those 20 years. Does anybody know, we had a media event back in 1993 to announce that Kia was coming to the United States. Does anybody know how many media showed up at that event? 0. Nobody came to our first media event to announce that we were coming to the United States. My, how far we've come. We've had an incredible success story since then. We've started with 2 vehicles, the Sophia and the Sportage. The Sportage we still have in the US. We've grown now to, we've got 12 vehicles in our portfolio. I'll talk about a little bit of them in a minute. We are the 8th largest brand in the United States, outselling a lot of brands that have been here much longer than we've been here. And then we also have grown our market share 18 of the last 20 years. So it's been a very exciting 20 years. 2014, we sold our 5 millionth Kia, sold that in April. 4 million of those vehicles are still on the road today. And that's both a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing in the sense of it shows the quality and the reliability of our products. In some respects, though, it also, a lot of people see the old Kia and still think of the old Kia as what we used to be, and that was, building low-priced, good quality vehicles that got good fuel efficiency. But now we've got a whole new portfolio of products. The brand has transformed itself completely. So again, we had a great 2014. We set an all-time record, sold over 580,000 vehicles, the third time we've sold over 500,000 vehicles. Optima was our #1 selling vehicle. We sold 154,000 of them. Soul was our #2 vehicle. We sold 145,000 Souls last year. Every year, it just we sell more and more. We outperformed the industry. We increased our sales over about 9%, 8.8, versus the industry that was about 5.5, I think. And a very exciting time. We introduced 3 new vehicles. The K900, the Sedona multi-purpose vehicle, and our first electric vehicle, which is only available right now in California, but will start going to other markets here in the US later this year. Let me talk a little bit about both the K900 and the Sedona. Question came up at lunch, and we get this often, is, gee, how is the K900 selling? We're selling them. We sold over 1,000 of them in 2014, and for us, we're pretty proud of that number. For others, they're like, well, that's not a lot, but it was 1,000 people that never would have considered a Kia in the past. And there were a lot of other people that came into the brand, shopped the K900, and ended up buying another Kia. So for us, it's been a great vehicle to really help change the perception of our brand. We've always said when we introduced the K900, it was a long-term brand strategy. It continues to be that way. We continue to study the market and see other opportunities within the luxury space. Not here to make any announcements today, but just to say that this is just the first of many that will be coming. So we're still very excited by it, and we'll continue to see the growth of the K900 in 2015. The Sedona, a phenomenal vehicle. Particularly, I have 3 young children, all still in car seats, so I love it. We call it a multi-purpose vehicle, not a minivan, even though it has sliding doors, and it's because it looks very much like a CUV, so it's got the styling of a CUV, but the functionality of a minivan. And we sold in 2013 about 7,000 of the old Sedonas. This went on sale in October. We sold over 10,000. So we're anticipating a lot of our growth in 2015 will come from the Sedona. There's about 330,000 minivans sold per year. Toyota, Honda, Chrysler dominate that segment. We just won a Motor Trend comparison, the Sedona versus the others in the segment, and we won. So we're really excited by that. And then, of course, I mentioned the Soul there. I'm going to move over to this side so I don't block everybody all the time. So our transformation formula has really been built around kind of these pillars here. Massive investment, and I'll go into each one of these in a little more detail. Passion for design, obsession for craftsmanship, an evolving brand image, an elevated ownership experience, and the redefinition of value. Just from an investment standpoint, so as I mentioned, within the last 5 years, we've introduced 20 all-new or significantly redesigned products here in the US. We opened our first manufacturing plant down in West Point, Georgia. I'm not sure, oh, there they go, they're coming back. We've got some great high-profile marketing partnerships. We've been in the Super Bowl now for 6 years. I'll show you our Super Bowl spot here in a minute. We've got an award-winning racing team. We've been racing for about 5 years. This past year, we won the Pirelli World Challenge, which was very exciting for us as a brand. We've got a lot of sports partnerships. We've got Blake Griffin there. We've got LeBron James. Adriana Lima's been with us a number of times to support Optima and our FIFA partnership. So really a lot of cool things going on for the brand. In fact, we were recognized by Interbrand as having the 74th most valuable brand in the world, ahead of some brands like Chevrolet and Starbucks. Prior, in 2013, I think we were about 83, so we've made great progress in our improving our brand image. Another thing that we continue to work on is elevating the experience that consumers have with our brand. We've been working very closely with our dealers, and we have 770 here in the United States.